There we are. So this is the Espace. It's a 2012 model, 2-liter DCI, 150 horsepower, diesel. I have the key right there. The car is locked right now because I moved away from it. I can turn on the headlights as well on this one. But this key, which is actually more of a card, I just need to have it on myself in my pocket, and I just walk up to it like that, and it's got little sensors in the doors that sense when a hand is actually going in. So I'll try and show you how it, there we go, I just put my hand in it and it unlocks it, then I can just get in. I'll just move it a little bit forward. It's raining, so I'm trying to get out as least as possible. Put it into drive. There we go. And then I just put it back into P and press the stop button. There we go. So I'll start with the trunk and the back seats because it's the least interesting, and I'm going to move up to the most interesting, which is the front. This is how the car looks. It's a really nice color, actually. I like it. There you go. It just locked because I moved away from it. You can see the indicators stay on. It says Espace, and then there's a little handle on there, which I used to open the roof. It just unlocked because I have the key on myself in my pocket. So this is the trunk. It's really big, and you can see under there are some rails to actually put the third row of seats. It has lights on both sides, and then individual lights here as well for the people in the back, as well as handles and curtain airbags. And it's got this parcel shelf, is it? With integrated shades for the back window. It's got this little handle here to close it. There we go. Then we have the back. There you go. So it's pretty big there. Very, very decent amount of space in there. And you get these windows, electric windows. You get these individual fans, like for the air conditioning, as well as in the third row. Forgot to show you that. Then you have these seats, which are the seat belt is integrated in them, so you can actually move them about like so, as you wish. You can recline them as well using this little lever here, and you can also recline it completely, so that when you're just two, you can have this little armrest here, which is pretty nice. I'll put it back up. There we go. Then you have these pockets in the seats, these little picnic tables. Then you have these DVD players here, which is pretty nice. I watched a movie the other day when we were coming back from Paris. It worked really well. I'll show you the headsets there in the front. And then you have these pockets here, these nice handles here. They're actually really resistant, which is out for a Renault. And then I forgot to show you. You have the panoramic sunroof, of course. It doesn't show over there, but it's there. I'll show you from the boot, from the trunk, because I think you can see it better. There we go. It's a very, very big size. I think it was one of the biggest panoramic roof ever fitted to a car when it first came out. There we go. And I'll go in the driver's side here and get in. So this is the interior. I was showing you the sunroof, the panoramic roof. On the old Espace that we had, it used to open as well, but this is sort of a basic Espace, even though it has many luxuries. So this one actually just, with this button here, it just puts the shade. So you just select how far you want it to come. So you can just stop it here, for example, like here. Or if you want it more, you can go all the way to the left, and it closes the car completely. And it actually makes a very, very different experience, because it feels like a completely different car, because it's completely there's a lot of shade and everything. So I'll just leave it open because it's so much nicer and you can actually see what I'm showing you. On this side, I'll start with that. You have the window switches for the back and for the front. This button here is to actually lock the windows and doors for that. It's children security, so like if you have children in the back, you press that. They can't actually use either the windows. You can, but they can't. As you can see, it doesn't do anything, and the doors are locked as well. So that's pretty neat. And then if I do that, you can open the door as well as operate the windows. There we go. Then we have the air conditioning unit right here instead of in the middle. On this side, so you press auto and you have the temperature here, the fan here, all the normal things. You can choose where you want the flow of air to go, and this is the air conditioning. Then under there you have the electronic parking brake, which I've just turned off, but since it's an automatic it doesn't make any difference. But it turns off automatically as soon as you start to accelerate, and it turns on automatically as soon as you turn off the car. This is to set the inclination of the headlights. This is the cruise controls. So on the top is the cruise control, on the bottom is the speed limiter. These are the rear parking sensors if you want to turn them off. This is the traction control. And then you have the brightness of the instrument panel at night if you want to make it more bright or less bright. The cruise control is actually set with these controls here on the steering wheel. The steering wheel is pretty nice actually. The old one used to not have this chrome, I think it's plastic, this thing here. So it looked pretty boring actually. This one looks neat I think, and it's a lot nicer to hold than the old one. Then I'll show you the instrument panel. You got this. This is the troop computer, which is actually controlled by this button right here on the windshield wiper stalk. So you have distance. This is the average speed. This is the sensors for the tires, the tire pressure sensors. This is nothing. This is the ignition turned off. Yes. This is the oil level. It's telling me it's correct. This is the amount of diesel I've used since I last reset it. I'll reset it now, so you can see I just stay on the, there you go, let's reset. This is the average consumption, the real-time consumption, this is the range, and this is the distance I've driven over since the last reset as well, but since I just reset it, it just did that, and there we go. Then you have the fuel gauge, is it? Then you have the Rev Counter. It actually shows a design of the car when you open the door. There you go. With the door that's open, I'll turn the ignition back on. Then you have the PR&D for the automatic gearbox, and then the speedo, which, as you can see on the video, goes over 200, which I've actually done, but with the old one I don't think this one would go up to 200. And then you have the Sat-Nav. It's actually TomTom, so it's pretty good. It has a neat little Espace as the, instead of a boring arrow, which is pretty funny. And then it's controlled by this thing here, so you can choose if you want 2D or 3D. It's a little joystick, so you can actually do that or press it. This is info for the route that you set. This is the menu, light, and everything. This is the gearbox. It's leather. You can actually, you have this little button here. I don't know why they did that, but you can actually like undress it. So it's everywhere. This is where you put the card if you don't want to have it in your pocket, but it's no use because it starts without. This is the start-stop button. This is another cubby hole. It's actually loaded with cubby holes, this car. Yeah, so one here. This is the radio, so this is how you set the radio and the radio. This is the telephone, the Bluetooth, and all the settings. The old one used to have a 6 CD changer, but this one doesn't, and it doesn't need it actually, because you can stream music from your iPhone directly via Bluetooth, or you can plug in the jack, which is right here. There is some makeup because it's my mum's car, it's not mine. This is another cubbyhole, another one here. It's got this piano black finish, which is I find pretty nice, but it's pretty dirty all the time because it's really hard to keep clean. This is the usual glove box with the DVD player right here. And then you have the passenger side air conditioning unit, so you just choose the temperature, which can be different from the driver's side. And there we go. Windows, you have a nice cubbyhole there with some binoculars. And then you have another cubbyhole here on this side. And over there, it's really weird because it feels cheap, this mirror. And I guess it is. This is the automatic windscreen sensor. It feels really cheap because I have on my Yaris, it's automatic, like darker for the night, so that you don't get blinded by the other road users' headlights. And in the Espace it isn't, which is just crazy. Over there you have a thing for the glasses, the sunglasses, and then the shades, which feel pretty cheap as well, if we're honest. And then I know you have this in America. You've had it for a long time, but this is the only car I've ever been in that actually has these, which is unbelievably useful. But I don't know why, but I think the sun hates me because every time it is actually sunny, it actually goes through there, which is really annoying, or through there, because you can't actually do that. Or if I put it on the side, it actually goes through this little thing there, or here. So it's I think the sun here hates me. Then we have this little thing is, in case you're wondering, is for the highway, so that you don't have to actually stop and take out your credit card and everything. And then this is the hazards and to lock the car. Well, there you go. This is the output to actually plug in the, like, for example, a trip PlayStation or stuff. I've seen that many times. It's pretty good. And well, there you have it. I'll show you the engine. Although it's not very interesting because it's pretty small and not very powerful. But it's the engine. And then I'll show you the car with the there you go, 2-liter DCI. It's very dirty. And then I'll show you I'll turn the car on and show you how it looks like with the LED headlights. So to turn it on, you press the brake pedal, press start, and it starts. There we go. The manual, I didn't show you that, but it actually has a manual mode. The gearbox, I meant. This is how it looks like with the LED headlights. You can't really see them here on the iPhone because it doesn't work well. But there you go. So there you have it, the Espace.